products every single day, our phones, our clothes, even the soda you're drinking, without ever thinking about the leftovers. For every gallon of product made, industries often create gallons of toxic, chemical-heavy wastewater. If this hit our rivers directly, game over for the ecosystem. The chemicals in this water are a cocktail of toxins that can devastate the water table and surrounding wildlife for decades. But there is a hidden hero standing between the factory and the forest, the Effluent Treatment Plant, or ETP. Today, we're going behind the scenes of a world-class facility to see the step-by-step magic that turns industrial sludge back into life-giving water. Welcome to Simple Guyane. This is your deep dive into the invisible backbone of industrial sustainability. The first step is pre-treatment. Think of this as the bouncer at the club. We need to get the big, chunky stuff out. We need to filter out plastics, rags, and wood before they even reach the sensitive pumps downstream. This is about protecting the machinery. Screening is the first line of defense. Without it, these large objects would shred the expensive impellers in the aeration tanks. Next is grit removal. We slow the water down just enough so heavy sand and stones sink to the bottom while the water moves on. Since oil and grease float, we use skimmers to wipe the surface clean. You can't let oil enter the biological stage. It suffocates the bacteria. Now the water looks clearer, but it's chemically angry. Industrial water is often way too acidic or too alkaline. Equalization is key. We pump the water into a massive tank to average out the flow. You don't want a sudden slug of high-acid water hitting the system. Neutralization is the balancing act. We add chemicals like lime or sulfuric acid to bring the pH to a neutral 7.0 for the next stage. Here's the science. We add coagulants like alum. Their positive charge attracts the negatively charged dirt, forming heavy flocks that sink. As these flocks settle, they take the microscopic pollutants down with them, leaving the top layer of water remarkably clearer. This is the heart of the ETP, biological treatment. We're no longer using chemicals, we're using life. We use billions of good bacteria to eat the organic waste dissolved in the water. This is the activated sludge process. Aeration is critical. These bacteria are aerobic. They need oxygen to survive and feast on the industrial waste. In the secondary clarifier, the heavy bacteria settle as sludge. We recycle some of this hungry sludge back to the start. The water's 90% clean now, but for the environment, we need the final polish, tertiary treatment. Filtration through sand and activated carbon removes any remaining odors or colors. The carbon acts like a chemical sponge. Disinfection is the last safety step. UV light or chlorine zaps any remaining bacteria to ensure the water is safe for release. The leftover dirt becomes sludge. We use a filter press to squeeze out the water, creating sludge cakes for landfills or fuel. Seeing the scale of an ETP makes you realize that clean is a verb. It's something we have to work for. Protect the water table.